Let's take a look at this inequality question. In part A, on the same diagram, sketch the graph of y equal to modulus of 2x minus 1 and y equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2. In this part of this question, we're going to just make use of our calculator, our GC, to sketch out these two graphs and to also label the critical points like the intersection point, the x and y intercept of these two graphs, and the minimum or maximum point if there's any. We should try to remind ourselves that in our H2 Math syllabus, by default, we can use our GC for sketching of the graph and also do some computation, unless the question restricts us from using our calculator. Or they can say something like, find your answer in exact form. That is like indirectly telling you that you cannot use our calculator. So in this case, we are going to use our GC to sketch out these two graphs, which I've already done already. Let me just show you the equation that I've keyed in, and this will be the graph. And this is the default screen, and we can see that there's a possible another point of intersection somewhere here, because our window settings by default is from -10 to 10 for both the x and y axis. Sometimes it's not able to display the entire graph. I'm going to change the y maximum to probably around 15. Hopefully, you should be able to display the entire graph already. Okay. Yes, it's able to show the other intersection point already. I'm going to sketch it now. Let me just sketch the quadratic graph first. This is a y equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2. And we have the modulus graph. So this modulus graph is y equal to modulus 2x minus 1. As for some of the critical points, I'm just going to label them. For using the calculator to find out these points, right, I'll just leave it to you for your own practice, how to press the calculator. Let me just label the intersection points first. 6.16, 11.3. This is -1 and 3. The minimum point for this quadratic curve is 2 minus 6. Now I'm going to label the axis of intersection, 4.450. This is a half 0, and this is a 0 minus 2. And this point is minus 0.4490, and this point will be 0, 1. And part B of this question says that, hence find a set of values of x for which the modulus of 2x minus 1 is lesser than x squared minus 4x minus 2. I want the line to be lesser than the graph, and I will know that the region which the question wants, right, will just be this region here and this region here. Let me just mark down the intersection point, 6.16, and this point will be -2. So as long as x is lesser than -1 or greater than 6.16, the line will be lesser than the graph. I'm going to present the answer in our set notation form, since this is required by the question. X will be all real, and our value of x will be lesser than -1, or x will be greater than 6.16. For part C, without using a calculator, find the range of values of k for which the equation of modulus of 2x minus 1 is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2 plus k has only positive real roots. We can see that the graph that we have sketched is actually this and this. And there's an additional of plus k to the quadratic graph. And this k, since it's a constant, it can either be positive or negative. And that will determine whether the graph will be shifting up or shifting down. And according to the question, I want the intersection between this graph and this graph must only have a positive roots. And in this case, what we have just sketched, right, we can see this is not aligned to the question. And that means to say our k cannot be 0, because if k equal to 0, it will be these two graphs here, whereby there will be one negative roots, which is something that we do not want. So we can do a bit of imagination and visualization, like how the curve will shift until what is being required by the question. An alternative that we can do, right, we are going to use our GC to help us to simplify our visualization process. Like for example, in this case, I can go to Y3. I'm going to sketch out a graph for different values for K. A shortcut way of doing this, I'm going to press alpha trace to bring up this function menu. In this case, I want to do transformation to my Y2. So this is a shortcut way, no need to key in the equation again. So say for example, let's say I want to try what will happen if my K is minus 10. I'm going to graph it. It will graph out another graph, and that is according to the x squared minus 4x minus 2 minus 10, which is the black curve. And we can see again that this is not what we want because it will have another negative intersection again. I mean the negative intersection roots. I can just change these values. All right, let's say what happens if it's like plus, let's say plus a 5. Let me just clear this, plus a 5. Right, we can just play with the calculator and we see what will be different cases for K. It will help us in our visualization process. And if it's a plus 5, this is the case that we want, because I will know that you can see even though there is 2 intersection point, but the 2 intersection point will give us positive root, and this is what we want. And by drawing just now the minus 10 and the plus 5 here, we can kind of imagine what will happen if this one coincide with the y-intercept. And this will be the threshold whereby when it's slightly move it out a bit, it will become all positive root. And if we move it down a bit, right, you will have a negative root, right? So this is the critical point that we will be looking at. So I know that this critical point happens when it's 0, 1. So I can say something like this. Minimum value of K will occur when y equal to modulus 2x minus 1 and y equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2 plus k have the same y-intercept. In this case, y-intercept 0, 1. So when y equal to 1, I'm going to sub in x equal to 0 into this equation here. So this is a 0 squared minus 4, 0 minus 2 plus a k. And from here, right, we are able to solve that k is equal to 3. And I will know that when k is exactly equal to 3, one of the root will be x equal to 0. This is not what I want. But later on, when I'm going to present my final answer, I'm going to just exclude k itself, because x equal to 0 is a root, is not considered as positive. So as long as k is greater than 3, then I will start to have positive root. But then there will be a limit of how big the value of k can be, because let's say if my k is equal to 15, it's a large value, I will expect the entire graph to be probably above this modulus graph, and hence there will not be any intersection point. So, yep, we can see that there is no intersection point. So there will be a cut off of upper boundary. And if we were to try to play around, right, we will know that there will be positive root as long as the graph will intersect the positive part of this modulus graph. And this modulus graph, right, if we break it up into plus minus, this part of the graph will be y equal to 2x minus 1. This part will be the negative part, which we are not really interested in. So we can just say that, let's say, for 2x minus 1 equal to x squared minus 4x minus 2, I'm going to try to find there will be an intersection between this graph 2x minus 1 and this graph, the modified equation. So as long as there's a positive root, they will be real roots defined by this equation here. And this is our simple quadratic equation. So I'm going to modify this equation into the ax squared plus bx plus c form first, which I'll be getting is x squared minus 6x plus k minus 1 equal to 0. And therefore, for real roots to occur, the discriminant, which is minus 6 squared minus 4a, c must be greater or equal to 0. And from here, if we were to simplify, we have 36 minus 4k plus 4 greater or equal to 0, which will implies that 4k lesser or equal to 40, therefore k will be lesser or equal to 10. So this will be the upper boundary for the value of k, and this will be the lower boundary. And I'm going to put this together. Therefore, the final answer that give me positive roots for this equation will just be k greater than 3 and lesser or equal to